Welcome to A Team of One, a showcase of people who live life on their own terms.
A Team of One is brought to you by Love Your Cupcakes, because the best things in life are sweet. Visit loveyourcupcakes.com.
I'm Bob Loggia, and I'm here with my guest today, Donna Natalie. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Donna, you're a mom.
I am. 3 children.
A grandmom.
Yes. Brand new, 1 month.
A nurse.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 15 years.
And a healer.
I'm a medium as opposed to a psychic. Psychics more predict your future. Medium connects you with people that have passed on already, and you're bringing them messages. Like I always tell my clients, I'm like the mailman, just going to deliver you the messages. And for me, the passion in it is helping people heal with grief, to give them closure, and to just reconnect sometimes. Sometimes they just need that reconnection with their loved ones. But for me, the biggest part of it is healing their grief and helping them move forward.
Have you helped many people with their grief?
Yeah, I was actually just figuring this out. I've probably read well over 1,000 people.
How did you get into this?
I had the ability as a child. I started reading my friends, my family. I would tell them, oh, I can see your grandmother standing behind you, or I can sense there's an energy around you. And I would start describing what this spirit energy was showing me.
Was there any experience that absolutely pointed you towards this work?
I was in my job as a nurse, and I had a patient come in that I could hear was a child. The patient in the room was with his mom, but I kept hearing a child behind me asking me, please let me talk to my mom. And when I started to describe to her what her son was saying to me, it was things that were about his bedroom. It was him telling them, thank you so much on my birthday, you got me the black and white cookie. And she just was crying and crying, because it wasn't just, hey mom, I miss you. It was knowing there was a black and white cookie, because that was his favorite for his birthday. It was significant to this child specifically. It verified and validated for her, my child's still with me. And I was very emotional afterwards, and it was quite difficult to kind of just go back to my day-to-day normal nurse position after having this profound experience.
You walked away from a career as a nurse.
I did, yes.
To pursue this.
I did.
That's big.
It's huge, and it was very nerve-wracking in the beginning because I was a nurse for 15 years, loved it. I really thoroughly enjoyed being a nurse. I said, I have to make a choice. So for a year, I kind of looked at how it cycles. I looked at how much do I need to work. As a nurse, I could work a 10-hour day, a breeze, with my eyes shut, no problem. As a healer, reading somebody, after about 3 hours, you're wiped out. If you have 3 clients for an hour, you are mentally and emotionally drained. So it was learning how to balance that.
We'll be right back with more of A Team of One.
Because the best things in life are sweet.
There's other things that you do.
Yes. I'm a Reiki master as well as a Reiki master teacher, so I teach it as well. It's an energy buildup that you build up between your hands. And then what you do is you scan over the person's body, and you can literally feel where the blockages are, whether they're emotional, physical. If you had a torn rotator cuff and I get over that area, I'm going to be like, okay, there's something going on right here, and I'm going to try to move that energy with my hands and with my intention. That's why I say it's like prayer. When you're having surgery, someone's like, oh, I'll pray for you. It's the same idea that you're praying to send good healing energy to this area to alleviate pain. It works very well for physical ailments, but what I find it works wonderfully for is emotional. It's an emotional release, and it moves the energy through you to start that healing process.
Tell me about meditation and where this fits in.
For me, it's a gift. It is something that I think everybody should do, but there's no one way to do it.
I know when it feels right, all the stress leaves my body.
For some people, it's very frustrating because they can't get to that place of, how do I clear my head? How do I stop fixating on what I'm fixating on? And that's when I bring in stress reduction to teach different techniques as opposed to just straight out meditation. So what I teach is a couple of different breathing techniques that literally tricks your brain into thinking it's time to calm down. But what you need to learn is how to navigate your own energy so that stress level doesn't affect you physically.
What's the role of breathing in stress reduction?
Breathing changes the chemical composition of the gases going through your body. So there's techniques I use called 4-6 breathing or 6-8 breathing. It's just how long you're breathing in and exhaling for. There's another technique where I teach people to inhale going up, exhale going down on their hand. That's also a visual technique. So not only are you breathing, you're doing this visual tactile technique, and you're not going really hard, you're doing it very light, so it's almost therapeutic how light the touch is. This works well too because it distracts your eye for the moment, it distracts your brain, it changes your breathing patterns, and this literally, you could be sitting at work and doing this under your desk and nobody would know what you're doing.
These techniques sound wonderful. I'm sure they help many people.
Yes.
And your company is known as the Healing Key.
Yes, it is.
Tell me about your company.
I felt the name just fit because it's kind of like you're giving somebody the key to their doorway to open up this new world for them. And basically, when I walked away from my nursing career, I felt it was really still important for me to work with healing others. That was my main thing. So with the services that I have, there's the private individual medium or psychic medium readings. There is the group party readings. There is also the Reiki sessions. I also do what they call house cleansings, or clearings. I do workshops. So I have a lot of organizations now that I work with where I go into their support groups or I train their staff. Some of these techniques with the meditation and the stress reduction. I also do telephone readings, but that's typically only for people that are out of state.
All right. We're here with Donna Natalie, and when we come back from our break, Donna is going to demonstrate the guidance reading. See you in a minute.
Visit loveyourcupcakes.com.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a demonstration of a guidance card reading. So if you were sitting in front of me, this is how it goes. So this is a traditional guidance card layout that I do with people. It's a Celtic circle or a Celtic circle, depending on how you pronounce it. So the first card would be you where you're at right now in your life. The second card is challenges you're facing right now, but they are only temporary. They will come to pass. The next card is what you desire for the year ahead of you, your dreams, your goals, what you're working towards. This next card is a transition card. It represents what life lessons you're learning in this past year. You're not quite there yet, you're progressing, but this one lets you know how it's going. Whereas this is what you want for the year ahead of you. This card tells you what you're getting. So what I always advise people is work towards this, but know this is coming. The next card in the deck is how other people perceive you or what your role is in your relationships. This card tends to make people a little bit nervous. This card is challenges within you. So this can be procrastinating, trusting people too easy. It can be money issues. And why it comes up today is it's telling you that you need to focus a little bit more on this because it's becoming too frequent in your life. This card is 2 to 5 years from now. This is the proverbial future. And the last card is guidance for today. So that would be something you're contemplating now or something you need direction with. So this first card represents that it is a time for this person to go on their private spiritual path, their spiritual journey. With this card, what it's saying is it's at a time in your life right now where you need to really be thinking. Take a step back and look what's ahead of you. Now this card represents the idea of taking on too much. It's being overwhelmed. So when this card comes up in this position, it means you need to figure out a way to not overburden yourself, not take on so much, and release these things from your life. This card is is the idea of learning to face things head on, learning to face the challenges in your life. Queen of Staves is this very empowered woman. She's very much all action oriented. She's passion, she's fire. She's not passive, she's a take charge woman. So even if you're a male and you get this card, it really means tap into that feminine side of your energy, but take charge. This is a wounded heart. So people perceive you as being quite emotional, quite sensitive, and you may not know how to let go of things that have hurt you. You may be a grudge holder. You may be more of a victim mentality than a survivor mentality. And what this is telling you is you're better than that. You're above that. You need to go through these traumas, but people may perceive you a little bit as a crybaby. This plays nicely with the card about overcoming things in your life, because this card is saying you take on too much. You always have a tendency to take on too much. So this card is saying right now, recognize in your life what you can let go of and what you need to hold on to, because you're always going to be the person that has to take care of everybody, solve everybody's problems. But right now, it's becoming physically and emotionally draining on you. Right? So everybody loves this card because this card means there is money coming to you and it's coming in a slow and steady way. It is a reliable source of income. It's not hitting $1,000 at the casino. It is having a stable income that comes in every week or every month and knowing that you'll be okay and stable financially. And the last card would be guidance for today. Take a chance. Go on to that next thing in your life and see it with fresh new eyes. It's the ability to start over again with a good perspective. So this is a great card to end off on. And if somebody's wondering, do I take this new job? Do I start this new relationship? This is saying yes.
Next on A Team of One. We're going to Africa on a mission of hope with my special guest, Mike DeWidziak. I'm Bob Loggia for A Team of One.